The hell?
A lane just opened up for two guys doing a podcast. Because the two guys who were doing kind of what we do, but a lot worse, I think, Desus and Mero, well, they split. I mean, if you haven't heard about it, it happened about a week ago. They decided to go their own ways. They said it was because of managerial differences, something to do with apparently their manager. People no longer wanted the manager at the tapings because he was bullying and being abusive or whatever. and one of them decided that he wanted to defend them, Mero.
Yeah.
And the other one, Desus, was like, I agree. He should not be at the tapings. So this was enough to break them up. That was the reason that they gave. Now, one of them has come out with a statement. I believe it was Desus came out with a statement and said, listen, progression, man. This is what happens when you evolve, when you grow, when you blossom. And you know one thing that you need to grow and blossom?
Water?
No, shit. Shit.
Yeah.
Manure, fertilizer. And that is exactly what's happening here. Okay. So I gave you the little fluff. Let me take the fluff and let me puff it. Okay. Because if you believe for 1 second, because I don't, that they decided to break up and leave a Showtime show and make all the money that they were making just because their manager was not allowed to be at the tapings, you got it. Come on. There's definitely something else going on here.
Yeah.
Especially when people start talking about, as soon as you hear that it's progression, man. It's evolution. You got it. As people progress and evolve, they grow in different ways. And we just grew in bullshit. You guys have been doing this for years. Years.
Come
on, man.
You should never break the band up. That's the whole thing. Everybody knows that. You definitely should be allowed to progress and do things, like just in life. You should try things out of your comfort zone, right? So if he wanted to go do his own thing, by all means, but I don't think you should break the band up. Now, if there is something, well, there obviously is something more than just that, why they broke up. I would say, and by the way, if there's no chance of reconciliation, just be honest. Like, if you've been doing this for as long as you say they have been, and they probably started just like how we are, and look where they landed, or at least ended up, I think you owe your listenership that. Those are some ride or dies that you have. Don't give them this bullshit story. Even the Joe Budden podcast didn't do that. They broke up behind the scenes, and then they broke up again on camera. Like, they gave you really what went down. So
you guys got to interview some crazy people. Like, I watched an interview they did with Denzel Washington. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you serious? And they had a whole set, the bodega. It was a Showtime. They had a big thing going on. And you're telling me that you believe for 1 second that Omarion could make more money as a solo artist than he could with B2K? That's obviously a metaphor for what I'm really saying here. It's just not going to happen. Stop this.
That's why you don't break the band up, man. Like,
progression, my ass. Progress to what? Less money? What are we progressing to? Less opportunities? Less checks? You just decreased your paycheck immediately. And now y'all both set yourself up because one of you is going to be more popular than the other one. It's natural progression as well.
Well, yeah, the people got to choose. People have to choose now. Yeah, they have to choose.
Now we're going to see who was really the popular one there. And then the other one's going to grow bitter.
Start coming out with some tell-all interviews.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. And because they're not getting the views, that's the first. Okay, so that's the prediction there. That's the prediction right there. We just came with it. Okay, so the least popular one, we're going to figure out who that is because they're going to be the first one to release the YouTube video to try to get all the views of what really happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what is so funny is when you actually say that. Remember high school, like when you seen like a couple break up, one of them would just be talking mad shit about the other person. But this is what this
still happens. I don't have to go all the way back to high school.
All right, well, I don't know. That's sad. I hope it's
That
not
still
you talking.
happens. We have social media for that now.
That's a good point. That's a good. Well,
Yeah, they just post sexy pictures, after you break up.
right. Look what you're missing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's gonna happen with the more popular one. They're gonna be like,
We've all
oh,
done it.
look at what you missing. See, this
Yeah.
is gonna play out just like high school.
Sometimes I work out for health. Sometimes I work out because I'm petty.
Hey man, whatever gets the job done.
I'm trying to say it with a straight face.
Viewing public, man. What are your thoughts? Before you share those thoughts, hit the sub button. And honestly, if they split, let's just put it out there. If they split, because this might be bullshit. If they split, right? Like for real, and one of them starts a solo pod, that's how we'll know, right?
Okay.
Which one do you think will be more successful?
I don't even know. Oh yeah. I thought you were asking me.
Yeah.
No. Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
Before you hit the comments, hit the sub button. All right, deuces.